Hello and welcome to Mangatory 96, and today we're going to talk about High School DxD. Today's topic will be Xenovia and what she did in the story. Specifically, I will cover the volumes that the anime didn't cover, starting from volume 11 and going all the way to volume 23, as it is the perfect place to end this video. But before we start, here's the spoiler warning, as I'll be spoiling a lot of things in this video, so if you don't want to be spoiled, I would highly recommend that you go and read the light novel, as it is an enjoyable read. For everyone else, let's start with what Xenovia did in volume 11. In volume 11, she accompanied Ise, Kiba and Akeno to the underworld for the middle class promotion test. The team is then attacked by Sao Sao and George, with Sao Sao using the true Longinus to shatter her ex Durandal. She later teleports out of the dimension created by George along with Irina and Lefei Pendragon to go to heaven to repair her Durandal. She returns in volume 12 with a fully repaired and completed ex Durandal after gaining all 7 Excalibur fragments and assisted Irina and Akeno in facing John. While they're able to corner John, she manages to take a child hostage in order to prevent them from further attacking her. After the return of Ise and the defeat of Sao Sao, Xenovia says she wants to go on a date with Ise, as do the rest of the Occult Research Club. In volume 14, she is shown to be practicing on how to use the 7 abilities of the ex Durandal after taking head of Milika's and Kiba's advice and had gained mastery over 4 of its abilities: Destruction, Mimicry, Transparency and Rapidly. During the fight against the Chaos Brigade, with some help from Sona, Xenovia gained partial mastery over Excalibur Ruler. In volume 15, she was seen competing against Irina in a swimming match in the underground pool of the Hyodo residence for the right to sit on Isa's lap, which Xenovia ultimately won. In volume 16, she, along with the Occult Research Club members Benina and Luke Garou, went to Romania to aid Rias and Kiba, who were confined in the Tepesh Castle. On their way to the Tepesh Castle, Xenovia revealed that she found something that she wants to do and she needs the knowledge to accomplish that. She then participated in the attempt to stop the extraction of the Longinus Sephiroth Graal from Valerie Tepesh and rescue her, fighting enhanced vampires and Grenadel along the way. She later teamed up with Irina to defeat the mass-produced evil dragons that were rampaging in the Camellia Castle town. After returning from Romania, she participated in the meeting for the formation of DxD. In volume 17, she, along with the Occult Research Club members, went to the underworld and participated in the Experience Day for the school Sona built located at Aros in the Agares territory. While doing the respective activities assigned to them, Klipot managed to surround both Aros and Agares inside a barrier and announced their intent to attack after a certain period of time. Before the time was up, they reconfirmed their plan and Xenovia ended up pairing with Tsubasa of the Sichi group and fought with the mass-produced evil dragons. After the fight were settled, she revealed her plan to run for the next student council president to Ise and the others. Xenovia and the Occult Research Club members went to heaven in volume 18 to talk to Mikhail about the Christmas project the Alliance is working on. After the meeting, Mikhail informed them about the death of church officials and the presence of evil dragons in the area. She is later seen along with the other girls observing the interdimensional room that Toji Shido borrowed for Irina to be able to have sex with Ise without falling, and commented on how she wanted to borrow it and spoke to Asya about it with great enthusiasm. While she, Ise, Roswaisa, Irina and Irina's father were strolling through the shops in preparation for the Christmas project, they were attacked by Masumi Yagaki that was wielding the holy sword Kusanagi's sword, with the evil dragon Yamato no Orochi sealed inside it. Even in Xenovia, using the combined abilities of Excalibur, Masumi was able to fight evenly with her. Masumi retreated after being able to poison Toji, and the rest of the Occult Research Club arrived. During the attack of Klipot on Heaven, Xenovia together with Ise and Irina fought against Masumi in the 4th heaven and was able to defeat him after Irina's holy sword was able to purify the Kusanagi sword and rid it of Yamato no Orochi. Xenovia then fought against Rizzo Liv and Lucifer, but was unable to do anything against him as she was already exhausted from the previous fight. In the Extra Life of DX1, Team Gremory has a rating game rematch with Riser Phoenix. Xenovia is teamed up with Issa and Koneko, where they head to the gym. She faces off against Ilya and Nell, while the other battle Mira and Zulan, respectively, and win. The three then leave the gym before Akino blows it up. They then meet up with Kiba, who then went up against Karlimene. On their surprise, they find that Irina had temporarily took the place of Riser's bishop. Xenovia and Irina then began to battle each other as the others moved on. Their match continued even after the end of the game. In Volume 19, Xenovia went to Kyoto for the New Year's with the rest of the club members, where she prayed to a shrine to win the election for the student council president and to have Issa's child. She then kisses Issa on the lips for good luck. Later, the club members are challenged to participate in the fight against the exorcists that rebelled against the church. Xenovia was troubled as she needs to fight against the former wielder of Durandal, Vasco Strada, that is said to be the closest to the original wielder Roland. While Issa was meditating in the underground pool, Xenovia entered planning to do her usual routine of skinny dipping. During their talk, she expressed her worries of being unable to surpass Sona as the student council president and Vasco as the wielder of Durandal. Issa told her that she can do it and asked her why she chose to run as the student council president. She responded that she loves School Academy as it has given a lot to her and she just wants to give something back. Xenovia pulled Issa into the pool with her and kissed him a second time and reminded him of her intent to join his spirit once he became a high-class devil. During the fight against Vasco, even with the combined abilities of Excalibur, he was able to fight evenly against Xenovia, saying that it's alright to combine the abilities of Excalibur, but she must not forget the essence of Durandal, which is pure power. This prompted Xenovia to dual-wield Durandal and the true Excalibur. She and Vasco then clashed, resulting in Strada's defeat. After Strada's defeat, Walburga appeared and fought against them using her balance breaker. Xenovia was able to defeat her balance breaker by sending a huge amount of holy aura from Durandal and true Excalibur in a cross-crisis fashion, while Issa defeated Walburga. After the fights were settled, she was seen giving a speech in front of the students as part of her campaign and was well received by the students. After the speech, Xenovia asked permission from Griselda to use Irina's room to make babies with Issa, which resulted in Griselda scolding her and made Xenovia use her surname once again to remind her that Griselda is her sister. At a later date, it was announced that Xenovia won the election and became the new student council president. In Volume 20, along with everyone in her year, she attended the school career consultation with Griselda meeting her teacher. A few days later, Xenovia and the members of DxD meet up with Aujak, who has recovered Ravel and explains the shocking revelation about the secret king piece. When Issa's parents were kidnapped by Ninhorg, DxD began an invasion on Klipot's hideout on the stolen city Agares, with the Gremory team face off against the evil dragon Ninhorg. They had difficulty with him due to his possession of several Phoenix Tears vials, until Chrome Crouch showed up and started beating Ninhorg senselessly. Xenovia assisted Issa and Asya to help find their parents by clearing a path through the army of Evil Dragon along with Kiba and Irina. In Volume 21, days after Trahexa has been unleashed and wreaked havoc on the world, Xenovia and all her friends joined the army on an island on the coastal waters of Japan where they battled Klipot's army of evil dragons, fake scale males, and one of the Imperial Beast bodies controlled by Apopis. In Volume 22, she arrived together with Asya and Irina and witnessed Rias and Akino seducing Issa, with Xenovia expressing jealousy of wanting her own interdimensional room. During school, Xenovia and everyone had finished their end of semester test. At the club room, preparing for the new year while reminiscing over the past, she reveals she wants to take a job of teaching and start a cram school. Xenovia praised Issa's achievements and his promotion to high-class Dal within 1 year. One of her secretaries of the student council, Oryu Nakiri, came to deliver the documents and reminded her that she was going to introduce him to everyone. Xenovia tells Issa that if anything happens, they should call Oryu to assist them. Next weekend, the Occult Research Club, Wally's team, and Issa's parents went on a fishing trip on an inhabited island owned by someone related to them. Xenovia was challenged by Irina to a fishing competition to see who can catch the most fish. After Issa's promotion ceremony, Rias traded her and Asya, so they joined his speech with Xenovia tearfully thanking her for taking care. After Rias and Akino's graduation, Xenovia watches as Issa proposes to Rias and smiles at their joyful union. In volume 23, she and the rest of her classmates have now enrolled in as the third years. After winning another recent match for their continuing victories, in the waiting room, Xenovia was the only one feeling gloomy as she worried that bad things could happen in times like these. They discussed the possibility of countermeasures to ensure everything goes smoothly. She and her team were then announced that they will battle against Dulier's team of reincarnated angels. At school, a ball tournament was announced with participating as a member of the student council team, pitting her against Asya, Irina and the other members of the Occult Research Club. Though the trio had a simple friendly declaration of war. Later on, underneath a cramped school building lies a lab that Azazel had set up, which now became the workplace of Issa Spirit, as they now work for a branch store in the Grammary large enterprise. The requests concerning any physical activity were left to her. She soon entered the room still unused to the elevator, followed by a long corridor with multiple rooms. Xenovia notices Asya was a little unwell after Issa came back from talking with Asya within the storeroom. She and the other girls mistook it as a shameless act with the workplace. When Element Hilda brought the tea for everyone, she tripped, which let Xenovia take out Excalibur and halted the teacups and tray in mid-air. When she poured the tea, Xenovia complained how bad she was at it, then commented that she herself only knows how to fight and it had no right to say. Both Issa and Dulier's team meet up with each other at the Hyodo residence as to get its members acquainted with each other. Xenovia reluctantly meet up with a familiar face, Nero Raimond, who was energetic and childish as she remembers. When Dulio was notifying Issa that Mirana had enormous breasts, Xenovia suspected that it was part of the Joker's strategy to distract Issa during the match, which he revealed to have been intended. Xenovia then wore a complex expression on her face when Griselda thanked her friends for looking after her. Later that night, when Issa was in bed with Ravel and Asya, Xenovia and Irina switched off the lights and then came running like ninjas to also cling to him for staring too much at Miran's breast. The five of them then spent the night together as she kicked Issa off the bed again due to his bad sleeping habits. With this, I covered everything that I wanted to cover on Xenovia's role in the story. And that'll be all for this video. If you like this video, leave a like, leave your thoughts in the comments below or subscribe to the channel for more manga reviews and One Piece content. And until next time, take care.